The man who may or may not have brought the rock band Led Zeppelin to a youth center in Wheaton, Maryland before they were famous has died.
Barry Richards was a popular radio and TV personality here back in the 1960s and 70s before moving to L.A. And he was a prolific concert promoter. The mystery around the Led Zeppelin show resulted in a documentary film. News 4's Mark Segraves takes a look at the star-studded career of the man known as the boss with the hot sauce.
This is the new 45 from Alice Cooper, 18. All right, here's Humble Pie. They're going to do a big, long set for you, acoustically and everything.
Barry Richards was part of the local music scene in the D.C. region starting as a teenager. By the time Richards was in his 20s, he was a top DJ in the area, working at several rock stations before taking his show to television, where he brought major stars to the D.C. airwaves.
We're going to have a jam with the Byrds and Fats Domino. All right, here's Muddy Waters again. Nice round of applause for Iron Jaw. Here's Roy Gallagher.
Richards was also a prolific concert promoter over the years, working with superstars including Mick Jagger, Little Richard, Jim Morrison of The Doors, Jimmy Page, Richie Havens, and The Who, as well as Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath.
Hey, we have Ozzy Osbourne with us, and appreciate you letting us talk to you.
I'm suffering from a New Orleans hangover today.
Richard tells a story about pulling a gun on Ozzy when Black Sabbath refused to go on stage at one of Richard's shows.
So he wanted to leave, so I pulled a gun on him. I shot the thing in the ground. Okay, and so he played.
One of the most infamous legends involving Richards was the focus of a 2013 documentary titled Led Zeppelin Played Here, produced by Jeff Krulik, about the British powerhouse band playing the Wheaton Youth Center in 1969 before they were famous. Some believe it's urban myth, but Richards insisted it happened, despite very few people showing up.
He said, "You want to do Led Zeppelin? Why not? Let's go." They were going to split the door with me. I got nothing to lose. Okay, unfortunately, it was Tuesday night, and it was snowing or something, and it didn't work.
Absolutely, the most music. It's your Power 98. You got your Rizar, the hunk of funk, Harry Berry.
After leaving the D.C. area, Richards worked at stations across the country, shifting to disco and even hosting wrestling shows. Richards settled in Los Angeles, where he continued to work in the music industry. Elliot Kislev helped Richards archive his catalog of TV and radio shows.
He was always sort of in character, and you would feel the power of his spirit and the sort of wildness that he had even in his old age that, is sort of the spirit of rock and roll. And he kind of epitomized that, but he turned it into a business, and he was able to maintain that business through his sons, who, are legendary in their own right for what they've done in their respective musical contributions. So he really has a huge legacy, and I'm really honored that I got to be part of preserving it.
On social media, Richards' family said he died of a stroke. He was 83. His son Gary writing about his father, "He lived one of the greatest lives ever."
This is Barry Richards, the boss with the hot sauce.
Mark Segraves, News 4.